back to the college game. This year has brought a lot of change for the LIU lacrosse program. The school has completely rebranded, combining LIU Post and LIU Brooklyn to create Long Island University. They made every sports team Division I. That means new colors, they're now blue and yellow, a new mascot, they're now the Sharks, and new challenges for the men's lacrosse program that played at the Division II level last year. The good news, they bring back some talent from a team that won 11-5 last season and lost in the conference championship game. The Sharks returned their top 6 scorers from last year. All these guys are back, 5 of them scoring 30 or more points last season. That, of course, including the top 2 guys on that list, William Snelders and Jake Gillis. Snelders led the team just as a sophomore, put up 75 points in his second year on campus. Meanwhile, Gillis ranked second on the team, 66 points in his freshman year, averaged more than 3 goals per game. But this year, a whole new ball game for these young offensive stars, elevating to a full D1 schedule. Starts with a trip to SIENA February 8th for a bunch of regional games against Wagner, St. John's, Hofstra, Fairfield, Quinnipiac. A trip to UMass closes the first half of the 2020 slate on March 10th. Also closes the book on the non-conference slate. NEC play then opens up on March 14th for LIU. They take a trip to NJIT, and you got to keep your eye on that April 11th matchup. It's a meeting between the 2 newest D1 programs as the former Division II schools face off. The Sharks play Merrimack up here in Massachusetts. Regular season ends April 25th at St. Joe's. Well, one big hole LIU's got to fill is the void left behind by Connor Farrell, leaving at the Face-Off X after winning a nation's best 81% at the X for LIU Post last year. Farrell then went on to become one of the great stories of the Premier Lacrosse League this summer. Got off to a hot start for Chrome. He's now back with the LIU program, this time as a volunteer assistant coach after his breakout summer. So we got Coach Eric Wolf joining us now, and before we get to the big transition and all that, I want to look back at last year, a guy who's now part of your coaching staff in Connor Farrell. What did his emergence in the PLL do for just the notoriety of your program?
I think it brings good attention to the program, and you know that there are guys who are at the Division II level that can compete at the highest level. Now Connor is a little bit different than the average bear in terms of the competitiveness and his just athletic ability. I mean, he's 6'2", 240-pound inside linebacker who learned how to face off. So that can translate, I think, into lacrosse. So he's been, it's been a whirlwind for him, but we're excited about it. I don't think he had, any idea 3 years ago that he would have kind of evolved into this kind of face-off man. But he has, and he's been an ambassador for the school and for the face-off position just because he's so good with the kids.
One of the really great stories we saw told throughout this summer. It was fun to see his emergence and really jump onto the big screen and it's everybody's minds when it comes to lacrosse. The other assistant coach you have, or one of the other ones, is Tim Rotan's, a guy who certainly knows what it's like to compete in Division I. You have Division I experience. How do you put all that experience together to do what you guys are trying to do in transitioning from a D2 school to a Division I program?
Yeah, there's a comfort level from, me, Timmy, Connor, and Jack Runkle, who was the starting goaltender for the Loyola National Championship team 2012. So it's about kind of taking our experiences and the confidence that we have, having gone through it before, and then kind of bridging that gap to the guys, because most of the guys on the team outside of one of our captains, Mike Cadner, none of them have played Division I lacrosse before. So for them, getting past that fear of the unknown, what's it like, can we stack up at this level, that's a big part of it. So, it's been a process for our guys, and, we're going to find out real soon here come January what we're made of, and we're excited for the challenge.
What has been the biggest challenge you've run into so far?
I think it is the fear of the unknown. I think it is, a lot of our guys, like I just mentioned, they don't know what's out there, beyond that bridge. And, as a staff, we certainly know. And for us, it's been about, kind of establishing that confidence. Okay, we're good. We can compete at this level. We just need to be able to, put it together on a consistent day in and day out basis. So that mindset of being like, all right, we belong, we can do this, and we will. And so for us, that's been a process, and we've been growing with that. And, from the start of the fall to hitting some road bumps and then being able to find some success as we moved, closer into the individual period during November and December. I think we've done a lot of
What's their enthusiasm like? And I guess with all the returners, knowing that, okay, we competed at Division II, we were good last year, you come back in the fall, and all of a sudden, just like that, you're playing for a Division I program.
Yeah, I mean, offensively, that's certainly where we're going to be leaning on that side of the ball for sure. We're a little bit green in the net. We're a little bit green defensively, but those guys have done a tremendous job growing, I think, throughout the fall. But, we bring pretty much everybody back offensively, and we added a little bit more pop as well with some of our young guys coming in. And, we feel really good. If we get the ball on offense, getting stops on defense, we're going to be able to score in transition, score in 6-on-6, but we're going to have to continue to develop and, whatever style of play we want to play, we need to play, we're going to, whether that's fast, whether that's slow, whether that's up and down transition, being aggressive, we will adapt to whatever way is going to give us the best chance to be successful.
You mentioned being young at the face-off X. Connor's are obviously there. Can he teach the guys to do what he did? I know not everybody's going to have the body that he does to be able to compete there at that position.
Yeah, I mean, you can't teach 6'2", 240. So we are, we're developing our guys, and we're young there as well. We're certainly going to be green, as Connor's taken pretty much every draw for the last 3 years for our program. So we're developing our face-off guys, and we're developing a crew to kind of muck it up as well and get the ball on the ground and give ourselves the best chance to get possession. For us, it's all going to be about giving ourselves opportunity to get the ball to our offense, because we do feel like when we have the ball at that end of the field, we're going to be very successful. But we feel really good defensively, and I feel pretty good about the guys we're going to be putting out there at the X and on the wings as well, just to be able to give ourselves a chance to see the ball.
So not only do you guys go up to Division I program, but it's a whole new brand. You got new colors, a new mascot, you have new gear rolling in. Do you like the new stuff?
We'll drop the new gloves for you right here.
There we go. Those
just
are
came
sharp
in.
looking.
That's an LSN exclusive. There you go.
Do you like all the new stuff? How's the team like the new colors and everything?
Yeah, I mean, the colors are great. It was a little bit of a transition for everybody certainly to get used to, but the logo, the branding, I mean, our campus is in the middle of a rebrand, and we've done a lot of great work there, kind of catching up to where we need to be facilities-wise and with the branding, but it is a work in progress. But, for us today, like our gloves came in today, our uniforms came in today, the new buckets, new helmets, decals, all this stuff, we feel pretty good about it, and it's all great, but at the end of the day, that stuff does not equate to wins. It comes down to hard work and putting in the time, and, nobody wants to be a program that looks good and you're not racking up any wins. So for us, the focus is on hard work and winning. That's really what we're focused on.
A team that you were a part of that did a bunch of winning, some of those Albany teams when you were the offensive coordinator before you got here to LIU, and you had a chance to be around the Thompsons. I wonder, what did you learn from having a chance to coach those teams with guys of that talent? And I'm sure there was probably some give and take and things that you picked up and probably stuff they picked up from you.
I don't know how much they were taking from me, but I certainly learned a lot from those guys and just being around them. When I was coming up as an assistant coach, my early days at SIENA and even my early days at Albany, I was pretty tight on the rope there in terms of fundamentally sound and sticks to the outside and all that stuff that everybody kind of grew up on. But those guys taught me that there's another way of doing things, because there were things that they were doing that I had never seen before. So for me, and I've said this pretty consistently when I get asked this question, is I learned more from them than they would ever learn from me, and I still continue to learn from those guys, the way they play the game. And then it's just the greater appreciation that there is more to the game than winning and losing, which everybody knows for me, I don't take losses all that well. So I've been evolving, kind of growing with that. But, I mean, you guys only saw the stuff that happened in games. I mean, the stuff that was happening